Fear. We all have to deal with it. Full disclosure, I got out of bed not too long ago, and I haven't shaved in about 10 days. But I'm getting back to the gym and I'm getting back to shaving and everything. But just wanted to disclose to you that. Anyhow, fear. We all have to address it. But there's three things we need to address when it comes to fear. We have to identify the fear. That might be easy for some people. Yeah, this is what it is. I've identified it, whatever it is. But for others, it may be, I got that pit in my stomach, like that fearfulness, that anxiety, but I don't know what it is. Well, you know what? You have to find out. So you have to acknowledge your fear. That's the first point. There's only three. The second point is you have to identify is the first one, and then acknowledge. In other words, you have to come to grips with it. You have to acknowledge it. You can either say, hi, fear, I'll do whatever you say, and I'll go over here, I'll go over there, whatever you want me to do, I'll do. Or you can say to the fear, listen, fear, I'm going over there, whether I go through you, around you, over you, under you, whatever, I'm going through you. It's going to happen. I'm doing it. Okay? So that's what you have to do. And then the third thing is you have to overcome the fear. Okay? Just because you get past the fear doesn't necessarily mean you've overcome it. You know, we've all been there where we think, oh, I got it licked, I got it nailed, and then all of a sudden it comes back like, what the heck? So we have to overcome it. For some people, that can take 3 seconds. 3 to overcome their fear. For other people, it could take 30 years. But whatever, you've overcome it. Whether it's 3 seconds or 30 years or anything in between. That's the key, folks, is understanding, okay, yeah, I first have to identify it. I got to see, really, is that really the fear? I thought it was the fear, but it wasn't. And then when we know what it is, there could be 10 fears though, so don't get too worked up, but when we know what it is, then we just have to acknowledge it. And then we got to say, okay, what are we going to do with this fear? Are we going to go back? Are we going to, and again, there's no right or wrong answer, but are we going to be submissive, or are we going to take it head on? Are we going to try to be tricky and go around the corner without it seeing us? You know what I mean? There's all different ways. And then finally, we have to overcome it. And some people overcome it before they overcome it. Hopefully that makes sense. Other people overcome it in 2 seconds, but it takes them a lifetime to overcome it. I apologize for this cryptic message, folks, but I'm talking to myself as well as you. So hopefully this makes sense. And by the way, Happy New Year, 2025.